Hi.
Hello!
Guess who we've got?
It's me here, although I don't really feel here today.
Well, you will go on holiday.
I know, but
You bring you back your
holiday was fine.
Bring you back your Scottish germs.
I know, I've come back and I've got a cold and a cough and it's horrid.
Are the Highland germs?
No.
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 Excuse me, I'm just having a pill.
No, the darling daughter germs.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Very generous, my darling daughter.
Yeah. Well, she's been here ages and I've never started about her holiday yet, so she had a haircut. As you will have noticed.
That was after my holiday though.
Well, that's why you've got a cold then.
Yeah.
You've lost all your hair.
No, I'm still blaming my daughter.
Yeah, well.
Because she had a cold.
Well, now Ian comes,
last week and week before.
Ian comes, he always brings a cold with him.
Yeah.
Always does. He blames it on our weather.
Right.
Changing the atmosphere.
Oh no, my daughter just says she's very, very generous. With all the wrong things.
You're not generous with anything else like
money. No.
No, with kids it's a one-way street, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
It never comes the other way.
It all goes that way. It never comes this way.
No, it all slides
except
downhill.
for colds.
No, it slides downhill to the...
No.
It does... Well, it slides downhill to the kids, but it never slides uphill to the parents, does it?
But no, I just feel like I sat here for a couple of minutes while Jan was chasing Gigi round to get him back in.
He had decided he would rather play with Jess, that's the dog down the bottom. They were having a barking fest, so that's why we didn't start early.
Well, you see, I could have quite happily just gone
to sleep. And I come back and said, this is Sue, but she's asleep.
Yeah, just, you know, just make myself comfy.
Well, we're a bit boring today. We've got an out to show you, have we?
No, and I did finish the shawl while I was away. It was lovely. Lovely little place we went to. Right on the shore of the Cromarty Firth. If anybody wants to get a map and look at
I've never been there. I don't think I've ever been
there. Yeah, well, you've got the Moray Firth.
I've heard of the Moray Firth. I don't think I've ever been there.
Then you've got the Cromarty Firth. And then you've got Dornoch Firth.
No, I don't think I've been to any of them.
What's the Cromarty? The Firth, it's like an inlet.
Ah. Yeah.
If you would. I think. Somebody Scottish is going to pick me up on that, but I'm presuming it.
It's an inlet.
Yeah. Because I think, is it the Moray Firth that has Inverness at the end of it?
Don't ask me. Geography was never my strong point.
But the Cromarty Firth, and then the Dornoch Firth is a lot smaller, but that is beautiful. The beaches round Dornoch are absolutely gorgeous.
No.
But we were right on near the end of the Cromarty Firth at a little place called Nig Ferry. And it was lovely. The three houses right out on the...
Yeah.
And it sounds daft, but there was some oil rigs in for dismantling.
Oh yeah.
Sort of further up.
You were watching that.
And I'm not kidding, they were fascinating. You know, they were all lit up at night.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Other people go skiing and things like that.
Yeah.
Sue goes and watches oil rigs being dismantled. I love watching workmen. Oh, Gigi's going round and round and round. He wants to come past the tripod and he doesn't know quite how to.
No, I've put my handbag in way, haven't I?
Yeah, he's trying to get up.
Yeah, Gigi, come on.
No, he's not coming. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Come on, sweetie.
Come on. He says no.
Yeah. At least
He's
he's
not
not
like...
like...
sidle his way up in a minute.
Not like Buster used to be. Buster used to try to walk underneath the tripod and of course he was like 7 times bigger than Gigi.
That's it.
And he used to be like, no.
Well, come on.
Come on, sweetheart. Come here. Oh, we're getting really dirty looks here.
Oh, things aren't right, are they not?
No, things are not right because he can't go.
Never mind.
Come on, pet.
So anyway, I finished a shawl.
Yeah. But where
And it
is
looks lovely, but this morning it was all I could do to get up and
Yeah.
get down here, because I phoned you yesterday, didn't I? I said, well, I have got a cold.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said, oh, it's alright.
Yeah, that's my tablet, by the way, got diddly-dee. Yeah.
So, I'm just here.
She had a disaster with all her other shells, didn't she?
I did, but I've sorted that out. So
she had them all in a nice big box, which obviously wasn't a waterproof box.
Well, I thought it was, but it had a crack in the lid.
Ah.
And some water got in.
From the garage, she had them stored in the garage.
So they were self-blocking shawls. Hey, but it's not too bad now, because like they're all washed, they're all dried, all stretched out. And
yeah, he's coming this way.
So
he says, "Oh, he's funny. He's finding a different way to come. No, he won't.
No, he's given up now.
He says, I'll go up there then instead.
I'll
sit on the arm of the chair instead."
Yeah,
yeah. Well, what have I been doing is I still can't crochet. My shoulder is touching wood a lot better, but I think it's only because of the painkillers. I think underneath it all it's still there. Well, I'm hoping it's still there, because when I go to hospital on the 25th, I'm going to look pretty stupid if it's not there anymore, aren't I, really? But I'm still going, because the left one's still hurting, as well as the right one. So, all I've been doing is I actually bought off Amazon a child's weaving loom. I was so bored. So it came with some weird yarn. You wouldn't want to knit or crochet with it, it's weird.
I must admit it did feel...
It feels like a nylon, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's...
like the old-fashioned nylon you used to feel. Like it's slipper socks out of. It's weird, isn't it? It doesn't tell you what it is, it just said it's yarn or wool or whatever it says.
It doesn't feel that bad like that, but when it's woven,
it's really stiffened.
It just feels odd.
I made one piece with it because it's just
nice colours.
Yeah, you just get one length, like, so it's like that length. So I sewed it up the sides, but it's really awful wool to sew up with because it keeps poking up, and you know you've got bits poking everywhere. So Sue says, was they holding it intentional? Oh, it is, because I'm not sewing it up anymore.
For a square teapot?
Yeah, I'm not sewing it up anymore with this because it won't sew up. I'm going to make a little bag with it or something.
I must admit, it's nice. It's
unusual, and it kept me occupied for 2 nights. So.
Oh well.
So it did something, didn't it? But can you see when I sewed it up? It's all coming apart. It's all coming apart when I'm sewing it up. So
you could make a cover for your tablet out of it.
What with the other bit? Yeah, maybe I could. I might need more wool though. It's really rigid, yeah. I mean, the loom comes in. Ooh, lots of bits. There's another bit that's exactly the same that goes the other way.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I suppose if you got some down.
Yeah, you just need
a
longer.
Different length.
Yeah, you just need longer bits.
Yeah, because it's not quite like, you know, a brush steel, is it?
No, you'd have to get longer pieces.
Yeah.
And you'd be like all over the house with it, wouldn't you? Yeah, you ever go holes and you just like lace it up and down, and then you go in and out, in and out, in and out. So they give you a nice long needle, and they also give you these whacking buttons.
Oh yeah.
To put on your back. Anyway, I think a kid would be really occupied with it. Yeah, quite a long time actually.
Actually, it's the sort of thing my youngest granddaughter would probably be into.
Yeah, I'll stick around because I'm probably fed up with that. She'd never know it's not you, it's been used.
No. Let's have a look at the box, because I never saw the box. Let's have a look.
Yeah, giant weaving loom. What am I doing? I'm still waiting for my appointment, 25th of April.
Yeah.
And I've got some vacuum bags upstairs that I've been putting some clothes in too, so I can empty the wardrobe for them to come. And I've got some plastic big boxes that I can twist you right round to let you look.
Can you get up?
Well, I don't need to get up, I just need to get as far as here, don't I?
Right, that's true.
Easier
said than done.
Easier said than done, yeah. This sofa is lovely, but it's too small, it's too low. I can't get off it. Hang on a minute. Let me go on the poof and I can turn it round and show you. Ooh, that's what I've got. Can you see them?
I think they can. I think I can see.
Yeah, big boxes. There they go with the lids.
You know what's going to happen now, don't you?
Yeah.
You're going to
put it back
the right way round.
And we're going to not see us.
The leg's going to collapse or something.
I think we're back.
Yeah, it looks like it's not looking at us, so that generally means that it is. Yeah.
When you look at this through the back of it, it looks like it's not looking at either of us, doesn't it? Oh dear, my teeth are sticking to my lips, I'm not dry.
Now you've lost your straw. We're not having a very good day.
It would be outtakes if it was it was a real one, wouldn't it? Come here, sweetheart, come on.
He says no.
Gigi's giving us really dirty looks here now, isn't he?
He says no.
No, I don't want to come. I don't want to sit with you anymore now.
No, that weaving looks quite fun.
Yeah, it was.
You know, you just sort of think...
I wouldn't want to do it as a hobby.
No,
but it was better than you're not doing anything. You know?
Sounds so complicated.
Yeah, it just was easy.
You know, and I think until you see...
Yeah.
That you only need basic stuff.
It was just like the old-fashioned darning, really. Yeah. I used to love darning. Must be the only one who used to want to darn her dad's socks. I used to love darning. It was right neat darner and all.
Yeah.
Yes.
People don't darn now though, do they? They just chuck the socks in the bin.
Yeah. Oh, I darn. I won't say I darn if it's just cheap socks from the supermarket.
No,
but if it's...
If it's hand knit socks, yes.
Well, yeah. I'm terrible. I really don't like wearing my hand knit socks because no matter how much I go to the chiropodist or everything, my nails must be like razors because they just cut holes in the toes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should reinforce them, shouldn't I?
That's it. Darn them before they need darning.
Yeah.
Reinforcing.
Yeah. Or when I knit them, I should put some. My mum used to run like a sewing thread, but it was a special thread she used to buy when she had the proper sock knitting machine. I wish I'd kept it.
Oh.
They're about £600 to £1,000 now. The little round,
yeah.
All in metal that you turn the handle. A bit like a very posh version of an Addy.
Right. Yes.
But it was it was a proper sock making machine. And of course, when she gave it up, I mean, I wasn't interested in it. You know, I mean, my ex had gone potty when I brought it home, put it in the garage, you know. So I didn't bother. I let her sell it, and she couldn't sell it. She let it go for peanuts.
Yeah.
And now when I look at them on eBay, and I think, my God.
Yeah.
She had everything, all the attachments and everything with it.
Yeah, but it all goes around and comes around, doesn't it? You know, like I remember, sort of, in the 80s there was a big boom in knitting machines.
Yeah, that's when I bought mine, I think. Yeah.
You know, because my ex-mother-in-law had one.
Yeah.
And it had a punch card thing that did all these designs, and it was, you know.
That's what mine does when I get.
You know, there were places where you could get corn upon corn of different.
Yeah, you have a struggle now.
You do, don't you? And except for, you know, the internet.
The internet's the only place you can get them,
really,
really,
but,
now.
you know, you used to be able to go to these great big warehouses or shops and
actually
look.
Abercrombie do them, but they only have the basic shades now. You know,
they used to do what they used to call designer, Italian designer knitting combs.
Yeah. And
you used to get some fantastic yarn.
Yeah.
Loads of different, you know, gauges. Is
that you?
Yeah.
That's Sue's phone, by the way. It's not anything...
No, this is sort of... Mother will hear the phone. Hello? Can I ring you back in a minute? Can I ring you back in a minute? Can I ring you back in a minute? Alright, I'll ring you back in a minute. Bye.
Daughters.
Why? What are you doing?
Why? What
are you doing?
Can I ring you back in a minute? Why? What are you doing? It's like my son. I mean, he disappears and vanishes. And I say back in a bit. And I say, okay. If I say back in a bit, he'll go, where are you going?
Yeah.
Where are you going? Or if I'm not in when he calls, he'll go, "Where are you?
Yeah.
Where are you?" And I say, "I'm shopping in Tesco's or something." "Oh, how long will he be?"
Yeah.
I'm thinking
20 questions.
he goes out and I don't see him for hours on end when he lived here, that was. And I wasn't supposed to ask him where he was.
Oh no. Oh no.
My late brother used to always say, I said, "Where you going?" And he said, "They're back to see how far it is."
Yeah.
Or he'd say,
I have to remember that one actually.
alright, he'd say, I said, "Where you going?" He said, "I'm going daft, do you want to go?"
That's better.
Yeah.
That's better.
He would never ever tell me where he was going.
I'll completely and utterly forget now.
Yeah, well I do that. I forgot by tonight. I mean, this bloke rung me up the other day, you know, these stupid telemarketers. He's going on and on about solar power and everything like that. And I said, "Yeah, but how much?" And he goes, "Well, you'd save this out there." I said, "How much though?" I said, "Because I haven't got any money." And he says, "Well, you'll recoup your money within so many years." And I said, "I'm 70. I said, "How long do you think I'm going to live?" Anyway, he went, "Oh, I'm sorry." He said, "I'm sorry I've troubled you." I said, "In other words, you
the
tell
thing
them."
is, you know, if you sort of like took them at the word and thought, "All right, well, I'll have this conversation, but it's going my way."
Yeah.
And like you say, "Well, how much are they?"
Yeah, they start off telling you can have free solar paneling.
And how much are they?
But then they say, "Well, it's going to be cheaper than what you're paying for your electric now." And I goes, "Well, you know, how much?" "Well, how much do you pay for your electric?" I said, "I've no idea."
Sound like politicians, which just goes to show that politicians are only as bad as salesmen.
Yeah, we're having run up to elections, just not quite as frantic as they usually are in America.
No.
But thank goodness we haven't got Donald Trump.
Oh God.
Sorry if any of you supported him. But
well, politics is a matter of personal opinion, isn't it? And everybody is entitled to an opinion.
Yeah.
Might not agree with it, but they're entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, but at least in England we still talk to people who are different politics than we have.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't have flags outside and banners, and we don't have, you know, big placards stuck in the door. Well, some people do, but not many.
But not many. Not many these days.
We're not very rah. We're very English. We just take it all. How can I put it? Politics is something that you don't really ask people.
Well, they always say, you know, in polite company you should never talk about politics and religion.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would never dream of saying to anybody, like, "Are you Catholic? Are you Protestant? What are you?" I would never dream of saying that.
No. Same as, you know, you just wouldn't say, "Do you vote Labour or Conservative?"
No, you wouldn't say that.
You just wouldn't, would you?
I mean, if you're in the Labour club or you're in the Conservative club, you sort of take it as a read that they are kind of voting the way that they're in the club of, but not necessarily so, because my ex-husband didn't used to vote Conservative, and yet he used to go to the Conservative club every week. Yeah. Because he liked the snooker or whatever it was they used to play. So it doesn't go as followed. No, I'm very goes over my head with me. I listen to them.
The thing is, you get to a certain age and it's like, do you know, they're all as bad as one another.
When you get to my age, you think I've heard it all before.
Yeah.
I've heard it all before, you've said all this before.
Slightly different spin on it, but
yeah, you
it's
said it's all before. When it all comes out, the poor always get hammered, don't they? So
yeah.
Yeah. And they're all saying, "Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that," and they never do. I used to always say, no matter what the politics are, I wish that the people that come in wouldn't say that everything that the last government's done is bad and get rid of it all.
Yeah.
Because there is some good points from both sides.
Yeah.
When both sides have been in power, both sides have done something good. Both sides have done something wrong. Yeah. But instead of acknowledging, "Oh, that bit was good, we'll leave that in." Yeah.
That'd be far too grown up.
Oh, the child.
And they're like kids in a playground, aren't they? I mean, come on, have you ever watched BBC Parliament?
I've caught it by accident and they're all going, "Nay, nay, nay."
And whoa!
Like schoolboys.
Prime Minister's question time. Well, I've never seen anything so...
it's ridiculous, isn't it?
I'd say scripted.
Yeah, so...
It's like... they sort of trade preordained insults, don't they?
Yeah.
There's nothing...
I always think that they must have to send the questions in first.
Yeah.
You know, let the Prime Minister read them before he...
I think some of them they do, you know.
Yeah, they must do,
But I know when... what's he called? new Labour leader, Jeremy Corbyn.
Oh, is that who it is?
And when he was doing the first question time
Yeah.
with David Cameron as Prime Minister,
Yeah.
and he was using sort of real people's names and places, sort of like, you know, Bill in Inverness
Yeah.
wanted to know why such and such it.
Yeah.
And do you know, I thought, how refreshing.
Yeah.
You know, not his party questions, but questions that obviously,
The people's, yeah.
you know, genuine people.
Yeah, it's not
And
very
I thought it was quite refreshing.
Not very often.
No. Mind you, I thought UKIP was quite refreshing as well.
I don't know who's who anymore.
You know, just actually sort of asking questions that the ordinary man in the street would
ask. Yeah, yeah.
You know, without being called racist, sexist, whateverist.
Did manage to turn everything round.
Oh.
I read the papers and I think, did they actually say that, or are you quoting them out of context? Because half of them, when you hear what they actually did say, it isn't what they actually print in the paper. You know, they'll say, so-and-so said such a thing, and he said so-and-so such a thing and something else, but they don't say that bit, do they?
Politics.
Oh, I can't be doing with politics, no. You have to
like I say, they're all as bad as one another.
I'm sorry Mrs. Pankhurst chained herself to the railings for me, but I'm very apathetic about it all.
Well, well-known votes.
Yeah, she could have stayed at home with the knitting as far as I'm concerned. I've never been very political. My brother used to be. He wasn't sort of one party or another party.
No.
He was just very interested in all politics. That was one of his things that he did at university. He did modern history and politics. But it was going into everybody's politics. It wasn't like he was one thing or he was another.
Yeah, but I think when you're younger, to say you're interested in politics, you have certain views, and it's like I said, when you get older,
you take everybody's
you just
views.
think, hang on a minute,
yeah,
all this has been done and said before.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying they're going to do this with whatever constraints, and it finishes up, they don't do anything.
No.
We're going to give, you know...
Oh.
I can't even turn it off now. Oh, missed call now.
She's determined she wants you for
She
something.
is.
And it'll be something or nothing
Yeah.
when she gets you.
Little sod.
She'll be sat there, tapping her fingers.
My mother's not answering.
Tapping her fingers, going, oh, what's she doing, what's she doing? Well, you tell her you're on a video.
No, I won't. Oh no, that's the last thing I want is my daughter knowing that. I shall go in the back room and make sure it's not an emergency.
Right, you leaving me to talk on my own?
Yeah.
How many minutes are left?
I've not a clue. I think we're on the seconds countdown.
Oh my goodness me.
Yeah, 20.
Oh, well, you better
So I'll say goodbye and see what my daughter wants.
And I'll say goodbye from me and goodbye from Gigi, who's looking out the window now. And any minute now you should hear the beep, 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 beep that says hello, goodbye, time to go. I did get a new book today, so I'll give you a review of that another time. There you go, bippity beep, bippity beep, bippity beep. So it's bye from me, bye from Sue in the kitchen, and bye from Gigi in the window.